It's really two forms of GROW, which is called Get Recovery Options Working. That program is we take all of the overdoses from the prior week, and we take a state certified peer support individual who's a recovering addict that has been recovered for at least 2 years. We take someone from Cornerstone, the addiction services organization, and we take a police officer, and we go knock on all the doors of where those people overdosed the week before and try to talk to them and their families about getting them into recovery. And a lot of times they'll come with us right then, and that feeds the front door also, right, as an example.
You see more often than not that people will go with you than not go with you when you show up?
It depends on one thing I've learned about this. I've probably interviewed well over 200 people addicted in the last couple of years, and if they're not ready, you can't force them to go.
Since you're kind of new to the space, right, in the last couple of years, how has that changed your perception on us? Because I'm in recovery from heroin, he's in recovery from heroin. Mm-hmm. A lot of people look at us, they're like, what? You know, how has that changed, you know, your perspective and how you look at this?
We put the front door project in place. Dispatch received a call of a family that wanted help. And I happened to be at District 7 at Sheriff Headquarters, so a deputy went and I went. And we met a family at a fire station. And it was a mom, a dad, and 2 daughters. And the daughters were late 20s, the other one was early 30s. And they were, you know, you have a stigma. People have stigma associated with, like, this is some kind of back alley problem and someone's shooting a needle in the arm, because that's the pictures we've shown, right? But this family was so loving that it was just a shock to me that how much they cared about one another. And I was surprised at that, because the father got addicted, lost his job, got addicted, got the wife addicted, the 2 kids got addicted, but they were like for a moment I saw an actual family hugging each other. You know, they're in it together. You know, they're going to solve the problem. So we put them in the back of 2 cars and we drove them to Cornerstone into addiction services. But they wouldn't stay, and they wouldn't stay because they couldn't go to they had no place to stay, right? That wasn't drug free. They were actually living in a shed behind an abandoned house. I mean, it was horrible, right? And when we took them down to Cornerstone to get help, if they couldn't go to a sober living facility together, they didn't want to go. And the sober living facilities, you know, there's men only, women only, that sort of thing. So they didn't want to break up as a family because they supported one another. So I wasn't really sure what to do with them. So I put them in a hotel. And the way I grew up, that's just wrong. It just all of it felt wrong, that this family was so close-knit. They were probably okay at one time and a good, strong family, and now they have this problem together. But they were hanging in there together so tight, and you know, they loved one another so much that when I drove back from dropping them off at the hotel, because I wanted them to be able to stay together, I mean, I was crying. It's just, that's what hit home for me. It's an average family. It's just everyone.
We're at Linden Baptist Church. We're on our last day. It's an awesome day.
Day 3 or day 4?
We're getting day 3 and day 4 kind of mixed up because haven't got much sleep.
Yeah.
But we're gonna check out what's going on inside.
A lot of people in recovery. They're helping a lot of people who have been affected. We're right in the heart of, you know, the East Dayton.
East Dayton. Also, food access is one thing that I've heard. We've been hearing a lot about people, since we've hit the ground. So we're gonna check it out.
So we have a clothing pantry, and it's by donations from the congregation.
Heard a lot about Dayton from the newspapers. What's one thing you want people to know about the people of Dayton and what's going on here in Dayton? One of the positive things that doesn't get out there enough.
We're not on drugs.
We're not all on drugs.
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks, you know. Oh, Dayton, it's full of heroin and addicts and bad people. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're just down-home people. Yes, some of us have made some bad choices. We do have a lot of recovery programs here, but not everybody who lives in Dayton is on drugs or is in any kind of trouble, and especially East Dayton. Just, it's not about location of where you live anymore like it used to be. So we're working to change that. We have 2 Hope Houses that the church owns, and her daughter and her husband live in one of them. And then we have a single mother with 3 kids who moved in the little house next to the church. Clean, into recovery from alcohol and drugs, have been for a while, trying to get their lives together. They are getting their lives
About
together.
5 years.
Yeah, and Chrissy's got over 2 years now.
Yeah,
Wow.
my daughter is a testimony in herself. I'm so proud of her. For 13 years, she was into drugs, into heroin, and I never thought I would see the day that she would be clean.
Well, this is how it works. I mean, it's like how you're in recovery, you've got a kid in recovery, you're in recovery, I'm in recovery, you're in recovery.
And
like,
his girlfriend
you know,
is her other daughter, and they're
Yeah.
both in recovery.
This is my mother-in-law.
yeah. This is the solution right here.
And I would
know,
say
It works if you
It's
want.
part of it. Yeah.
And I don't know who else has been upstairs, but there's at least 3, if not 4, of our church people upstairs that are in recovery. You know,
Doing
it's like we're everywhere.
Yeah, we are. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's happening all over Dayton. In the basement down there, they're
90% of the people that belong to this church are in
in
recovery.
recovery, and they're in the basement working and getting
Everyone
food
who-
out and
Yeah.
helping people. We're getting ready to leave Dayton, but we're gonna check out the community center before we go.
Wanted to take a walk through the inside. We did the whole neighborhood, so we're gonna see what's going on behind the doors.
Meet Emily and wrap this trip up. Hi.
Hi.
Good to meet you.
Nice to finally meet you. I know, I feel like I should give you a hug. We've been
What's going
talking
on?
so much. How much? So how's your day been?
It's been great, really busy.
I imagine.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen a lot since we've been here.
Okay.
Yeah, but want to take a tour of the facility and
Sure.
hear more about the work you're up to. How many kids do you
So
service here?
our goal is 185. We just got a new contract and it's 7th through 12th grade.
Yep.
And so the idea is helping with academics, but also making it fun and giving a positive alternative to sometimes what's out there, right? A lot of the parents are at work 3rd shift, and so kids are at home alone if they don't have their activities outside. So we try to get not only safe place, but really connect education and prevention messaging.
Every time I come to a community, I never want to leave. Dayton is doing it well. They're doing it better than well. It's the resilience, it's people rising up, it's communities that are coming together just like this that keep, I think, all of us around the country going. You know, I know there's solutions to this crisis. There's community building, there's organizing. You know, you don't have to go very far in these streets and in these blocks to see that. And I wish that more people would open their eyes and pay attention to it. More so, other communities around this country could learn a lot from this city right here. And you know, I've fallen head over heels for Dayton. They've got a big heart. So thank you, Dayton.
You know, from the media's perspective, Dayton's got a pretty bad rap. It's, you know, the overdose capital of the country, and that's not what I saw here this last couple of days. I see a community that has risen up to the challenges that it's facing. Despite what's going on, there's a lot of community leaders that are very proud to be from Dayton, and they're proud of their city, and they're gonna fight for it. And it's just encouraging that there are people out there that are taking this issue head on, and I can't wait to come back. The food was excellent. Yeah, it was just an amazing trip all around, and I'm very grateful to be part of this movement.